Secretary, please read.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 64 by Senator Pan relative to the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Senator Pan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, I'm proud to present SCR 64, which celebrates and honors the 25th anniversary of the American with Disabilities Act. On July 26, 1990, the ADA was signed into law and became the most comprehensive civil rights bill in history for people with disabilities. California is enriched by the diversity and the ADA by its diversity, and ADA further highlights this richness by ensuring equal opportunity and access for Americans with disabilities. SCR 64 recognizes the landmark American with Disabilities Act and celebrates its 25th anniversary. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Cannella. I. De Leon. I. Fuller. I. Gaines. I. Galgioni. I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Hueso. I. Huff. I. Jackson. I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. I. Monning. Morlock. I. Morrell. Wynn. I. Nielsen. I. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. I. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members.
Anderson. Berryhill. I. Monning. I. Morrell. Morrell, aye.
Ayes 39, no 0. The resolution is adopted. Senator Hall, for what purpose do you rise?
Yes, Mr. President, I'd like to return to motions and resolutions.
Members, we're going to return to motions and resolutions. Senator Hall.
Thank you, Mr. President. And Senator, I would request to remove file item number 164, AB 355 from the consent calendar and move it to the inactive file.
Without objection.
Thank you.
Senator Nielsen, for what purpose do you rise?
Mr. President, on motions and resolutions as well.
Without objection.
Request the removal of item 171, AB 1530 from the consent, place it on inactive. And number 2, remove file item 174, ACR 53 from consent at the request of the author.
Without objection. Members, we are back to Senate third reading. Moving to file item 45, Senator Stone. Passed temporarily. File item 46, Senator Nielsen. Pass. File item 47, Senator Stone. Pass.
Before you go to the third.
Moving on to file item 48, Senator Runner. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 49 by Senator Runner, an act relating to elections and declaring the urge thereof to take effect immediately.
Senator Runner.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. SB 49 addresses a problem that occasionally arises during special elections to fill state legislative seats. Earlier this year, I was privileged, and all of you were jealous, I think, to be elected to serve in the 21st District without an opponent. While I am pleased to have been elected that way, I was troubled by the expense absorbed by the LA County and San Bernardino County in order to conduct an election when there was only one single qualifying candidate. As a result, LA County spent $1.4 million while San Bernardino incurred a cost of $221,000. While the circumstances of my election were unusual, they were not unique. In 1996, Carol Migden was the sole candidate of an election to replace Willie Brown. Given the recent proliferation of special elections, a single candidate primary is likely to recur sooner rather than later. SB 49 provides an alternative to the expense of a special primary election when only one candidate is qualified to appear on the ballot. By going to the Secretary of State giving the Secretary of State the ability to declare the candidate already elected. In that event, the governor would have the discretion to cancel the special primary and county expenses would be averted. SB 49 is supported by the California State Association of Counties, County of San Bernardino, and the County of Sacramento. SB 49 has no opposition, has enjoyed unanimous bipartisan support, and I'd ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Runner. Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Bates. Aye. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Aye. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Galgiani. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Hueso. Aye. Huff. Aye. Jackson. Aye. Lara. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leyba. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. Aye. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. Aye. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Aye. Stone. Aye. Vidak. Aye. Wykowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members.
Anderson. Galgiani.
Ayes 38, no zero on the urgency. Ayes 38, no zero on the measure. The measure passes. Senator Gaines, for what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Mr. President. Under motions and resolutions,
Without objection, members are moving to motions and resolutions.
at the request of the author, please remove from the consent calendar AB 232 by Assemblymember Allen, which is item number 163.
Without objection.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Members, returning to unfinished Senate third reading, moving to file item 49. Secretary, please read.
Senate Resolution 38 by Senator Mitchell relative to the 2015 Special Olympics World Games.
Senator Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I'm very proud today to present Senate Resolution 38, which recognizes the upcoming 2015 Special Olympics World Games. They'll be held from July 25th to August 2nd at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the amazing place that housed the 1932 and 1984 Summer Olympics. More than 7,000 Special Olympians from 170 nations will be competing in 25 Olympic sports. This Monday, colleagues, July 13th at 10 a.m. on the west steps of the Capitol, the Flame of Hope, the torch, will begin its 13-day journey through different California cities, delivering a message of acceptance and inclusion worldwide before ending at the Coliseum the day the Special Olympics will begin. It'll be carried by over 140 law enforcement officers and Special Olympians. Please join me in supporting the 2015 Special Olympic World Games and their Special Olympians. I ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Mitchell. Debate or discussion on this item? Senator Pavley.
Just thanking Senator Mitchell for bringing this forward, and look forward to seeing the torch come through Sacramento. But I wanted to give sort of a shout out to all the communities in the LA area that have stepped up to the plate to volunteer. I know in my district, the city of Thousand Oaks and Simi Valley, city of Calabasas, communities in LA like Encino, Tarzana, Woodland Hills, Chatsworth, the communities have embraced these Olympians, providing places to stay, activities and entertainment for them, fully invested in making sure they have a wonderful experience. So in my district now, will be people staying literally from all over the world, being housed, cared for, and we're seeing this momentum of enthusiasm and excitement by volunteers and making this a very special experience.
Thank you, Senator Pavley. Members, additional debate or discussion on this item? Senator Mitchell, would you like to close?
Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Senator Pavley, for acknowledging the fact that the entire state of California, but certainly LA County, has certainly embraced this opportunity to host these world-class athletes. And I would say the primary point of the resolution, colleagues, is not only to acknowledge and commemorate this significant event, but it's also to strongly encourage the state of California and our state agencies to step up to the plate and also lend their support for the event itself. So again, I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Members, is there any objection to utilizing our unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 39, no 0. The resolution's adopted. Members, we're going to move back to privileges of the floor. Senator De Leon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Greg Parch, the new Executive Director of the California State Pipe Trades Council, which represents tens of thousands of plumbers and pipe fitters in locals throughout the state of California. Now, Greg grew up as an Air Force brat and moved around a lot. His family settled just down the road, down to 80 near Vacaville, near Travis Air Force Base. Greg joined the United Association of Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, which represents more than 300,000 plumbers and pipe fitters across North America back in 1978. He served his apprenticeship at Local 343, located in Vallejo. Prior to becoming the Executive Director of the California State Pipe Trades Council on April 1st of this year, 2015, Greg held numerous positions in Local 343 and also served as an officer for the Napa Solano Building Trades Council. He is joined here today by his wife, Rhonda, who just last week retired from the Fairfield Unified School District, and together they have 2 children, 2 grandchildren, and 2 dogs. He is an example of the greatness of America. His father of Dutch extraction, like our good, he just turned his head right away, like the good senator down from south from the OC. His mother from Mexican origins, his father originally from Vermont, Dutch extraction, coming together. Now today he is the new Executive Director, the main individual who's in charge of the pipe trades, plumbers in the state of California. Let's give him and his lovely wife, Rhonda, a warm Senate welcome.
Got it. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Senate. Under motions and resolutions, Senator Lara at Senator De Leon's desk.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, Madam President and members, today is one of those bittersweet days where we say goodbye to a friend and a member of our Senate family, but we celebrate her well-deserved retirement. I would like to take a moment to recognize Maureen Ortiz as she is retiring after serving as a dedicated public servant to the Senate and to the people of California for the past 34 years. 23 of those years have been with the Appropriations Committee, which makes her the longest-serving consultant in the committee's history. In that time, she has written analysis on thousands of bills, over hundreds of hearings, and prepared 9 committee chairs for over 50 suspense file hearings, all while raising 2 children and seeing them both through college graduation. Please join me in congratulating Maureen on her exemplary public service career and wishing her all the best for a long, happy, and healthy retirement. Congratulations.
Congratulations and wishing you all the best. Senator De Leon at Senator Leno's desk. Senator De Leon, for what purpose do you rise?
Thank you very much, Madam President. Colleagues, I want to introduce a very, very special group from my district that is up in the gallery. Párense, por favor. A very special group from my gallery, in the gallery, I should say, from the district. They are 58 senior citizens who have taken their time to come up to Sacramento, to their state capital, first ever trip to the state capital from the Lincoln Heights Senior Center. These are individuals They are here as part of the Senior Empowerment Education Project, which consists of 6 different senior clubs throughout the city of Los Angeles. But this particular group from Lincoln Heights is very special to me. When I ran for the State Assembly for the very first time, these were the senior citizens who were with me through thick and thin, all the way through the trials and tribulations, remained steadfast and committed to me, and I to them. And for me, it is a deep honor to bring them up to Sacramento so they can see democracy in action. Republicans, Democrats engaging in spirited dialogue together on policy issues that impact their lives and others like them throughout the state of California. Again, let's please give these senior citizens who are strong and fit and sharp as ever, a very warm welcome from the California State Senate. Felicidades.
Members, so we can blame these seniors on Senator De Leon's victory. Welcome, bienvenidos al Senado, bienvenidos a su Capitolio. Están en su casa. Members, we are moving to Assembly third reading, file item 54. Members, commencing with file item 54. Senator Jackson, are you prepared to take up this item? We'll pass on file. File item 56. 55. Senator Hancock, are you prepared to take up this item? File item 55. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 495 by Assemblymember Gordon, an act relating to parks.
Senator Hancock.
Thank you, Mr. President and Senators. Senators, Assembly Bill 495 would increase from $25,000 to $50,000 the amount for which the East Bay Regional Park District or Mid-Peninsula Regional Open Space District may enter into contracts without a formal bid process. All the bids, however, must be approved by the boards of directors of the parks. Combined, these 2 districts manage for the public over 180,000 acres of parks and permanent open space. The legislation will save literally hundreds of hours of staff time and hundreds of thousands of dollars each year that can be put toward opening preserves, trails, and other amenities to the public. The bill passed out of the Assembly and Senate committees with unanimous bipartisan support, and I would ask for an aye vote today.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, is there opposition to utilizing our unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 39, no 0. Measure passes. Members, we're moving to file item 56, Senator Monning. Pass on file. File item 59, Senator Allen. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 554 by Assemblymember Mullen, an act relating to elections.
Senator Allen.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. In 2013, the law was changed to allow lawful permanent residents to serve as poll workers in the state of California. But the new change did not similarly impact the high school poll workers program, which still requires citizenship. So this bill, AB 554, fixes this oversight by permitting students who are lawful permanent residents to serve as poll workers in California elections. This change is critical because elections officials have experienced a shortage of poll workers who speak languages other than English. With over 2.6 million eligible voters in California who are not yet fully proficient in English, this shortage could disenfranchise voters, and by expanding the pool of bilingual poll workers, AB 554 mitigates this issue. Additionally, this bill provides an educational opportunity for high school-aged lawful permanent residents who may want to learn about the United States democratic process, an opportunity that's essentially relevant as they are already learning about government in their civics classes. This bill would provide high school-age lawful permanent residents the opportunity to experience American democracy firsthand, which could inspire them to become naturalized voting citizens in the future. And I very much respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Bates. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. No. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Huff. No. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leyva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Wynn. No. Nielsen. No. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Runner. No. Stone. No. Vidak. Aye. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Please call the absent members.
Roth, aye. Anderson. Bates. No. Berryhill. No. Fuller. No.
Ayes 28, noes 11. The measure passes. Moving on to file item 60, Senator Wachowski. Like to pass on file. File item 75, Senator Wachowski. He would like to pass on file. File item 80, Senator Gaines. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 166 by Assemblymember Beth Gaines, an act relating to state government.
Senator Gaines.
Great. Thank you, Mr. President and members. AB 166 permits the Department of General Services, with the consent of the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, to enter into a long-term lease with a nonprofit for a proposed museum site on vacant land at Folsom State Prison. This site does not conflict with any CDCR operational or facility plans at either Old Folsom Prison or the new Folsom Prison, and would be built and operated with private donations. The 30,000 square foot site would be used to replace the aging existing museum located within Folsom walls. The new contemporary facility will serve as a broader community asset than the current system. This bill received unanimous support in the Assembly, and I respectfully request your aye vote on this bill.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, is there objection to using our unanimous roll call? Ayes 39, no 0. The measure is adopted. Measure passes. File item 81, Senator Runner. You prepared to take up this item? Pass temporarily. File item 83, Senator Stone. Oh, is that?
Stone. I'm taking.
Oh, I have Stone here, but Senator Monning. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 394 by Assemblymember Mark Stone, an act relating to alcoholic beverage control.
Senator Monning.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. AB 394 will provide a clear label standard for wines produced in Monterey County. If at least 85% of the grapes used in the wine are grown in Monterey County, that wine can be labeled as being from the county. Regions such as Napa County and Sonoma County already have a labeling standard that allows consumers around the world to see clearly where the wine is grown. AB 394 creates a similar labeling standard for wines produced in Monterey County. I respectfully ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Members, a better discussion on this item. Senator Nielsen.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, years ago I carried a little bill. Many years later I wrote about it in a column called The Little Bill That Made a Big Difference. And that was the bill that gave this particular status to Napa County. What had happened then is individuals in the wine business had begun taking wine that did not originate in Napa and put Napa on the bottle, or they bought wineries in Napa just for the labeling name. That became very significant later in a Supreme Court case called Bronco Wine. And I won't bore you with the details, but the point is this legislation has value, has precedent, and is deserved by the growers and the wineries of Monterey County.
Members, additional debate or discussion on this item? Seeing none, Senator Monning, would you like to close?
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank my good colleague from the north. We do build this on that history. It's a good bill for transparency, good bill for our local growers and wineries. Respectfully ask and I vote.
Thank you, Senator Monning. Members, is there any objection to utilizing our unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 39, no 0. The measure passes. Moving to file item 84, Senator Hill. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 461 by Assemblymember Mullen and according to Medi-Cal.
Senator Hill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, AB 461 would allow the Medicare and Medi-Cal dual eligible with developmental disabilities population in San Mateo County to voluntarily enroll in the Coordinated Care Initiative. Unfortunately, the authorizing statutes of the Coordinated Care Initiative excluded dual eligible individuals with developmental disabilities from enrolling. To address this population, the Health Plan of San Mateo has implemented a special needs plan that provides similar coordinated services. However, it has become administratively costly and financially burdensome to continue operating this small program of just over 600 individuals. And the Health Plan of San Mateo will likely close this program. Without this option, these 600 or so individuals will be left without a consolidated health plan to maximize their Medi-Cal and Medicare benefits. This is a county-specific bill with no opposition. I respectfully ask for an aye vote, members.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, is there objection to using our unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 39, no 0. The measure passes. Members, we're going to move to file item 77. Senator Leno. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 830 by Assemblymember Eggman and according to Civil Actions.
Senator Leno.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I am pleased to present this on behalf of Assemblywoman Eggman. Thanks to the good works of then Assemblywoman Hannah Beth Jackson back in 2002, we've enacted Civil Code Section 52.4, which was done so as a means to curb violence and sexual assault against women. There have been some court cases which have left some ambiguity as to whether those protections include violence and sexual assaults against transgender people as well as for someone's sexual orientation. This bill will clarify that all the protections under the Unruh Act, which protect LGBT Californians, will also protect them under Civil Code Section 52.4. The bill passed unanimously off the Assembly floor. There is no opposition. I ask for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, is there objection to using our unanimous roll call? There is. Oh, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Bates. Aye. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Aye. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. Galgioni. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Huff. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leyva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. Aye. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. Aye. Vidak. Aye. Wykowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members, please.
Anderson. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Huff. Aye. Mitchell. Morrell. I, Runner.
Ayes 37, no 0, the measure passes.